Thank you for being on this episode once again. This is the third episode we are recording on Know Your Coach podcast series. And as we promised, we bring in the best of the coaches in the different space of the coaching niches for our viewers to learn and understand what it takes to develop yourself personally and professionally. On the occasion of Valentine's Day, today we are bringing in this special episode where we are going to cover multiple aspects on the relationship building. Basically, how do we help ourselves and our relationships, maybe in the different spectrum? It may be your partner, your spouse, your parents, siblings, any kind of relation that we are talking about. How can we make the best of it? What are those ingredients that makes these relationships healthier and in long run? To help us understand even more deeper, we have our special guest today, a relationship coach, Leila Atbi. Leila has been a coach for over 20 years, helping individuals, couples, leaders in the different space of building healthy relationships. She is also a certified ICF PCC coach and a hypnotist and an NLP practitioner. And now I leave the stage to Leila. Leila, why don't you introduce yourself and let us know more about yourself?
Thank you, Abhijit. Thank you for having me today. It's really a pleasure to share this platform with you and this moment with our audience, with your audience. Hopefully, will become my audience as well. So my journey started almost 15 years ago with the coaching. Unknowingly, I was doing it with my students, guiding them, finding what's best for them. And then I just wanted to understand deeper the human mind, and I started helping people trying to find solutions for them to really understand what's happening with their emotion, with their thoughts, what's governing their behavior in daily life, and sometimes when they meet blockages or bumps on the road, what kind of solution will work best for them. So from working with individuals and helping them understand themselves and become best versions of themselves, I very much noticed that we cannot live isolated. We are not like islands, we're all connected. We have different kind of relationships in our lives. First, our relationship with our own selves, then the relationship with our family, with our spouse, with our kids, and then also relationships with our friends, extended community, and then also in the workplace, relationship with our colleagues and management. And see, it's all about connectedness and how we deal on a daily basis with all people who are part of our lives. So this is what led me to being very much interested in helping people better their relationships. But then, of course, we'll talk further today about the process of doing that, which is extremely important. Yeah.
Indeed. Thank you so much, Leila. I think you have a very vast experience in this field, and we will have a lot of takeaways for our viewers from this session today. My first question to you. Now, the whole world is centered towards Valentine's Day. And for many years, we have been learned a kind of culture that Valentine's Day is coming. It's time to make that day special for your loved ones, maybe whoever it could be mean to you, close to your heart, in the space of parents, sibling, brother, sister, spouse, whoever it could be. And we really drive all our energy and resources to make this day a special one. What is your opinion? Does the healthy relationship build based on celebrating those days on the special occasions, or is a daily job, or is a long-term task, not just something to be celebrated on a particular day?
Yeah, thank you for the question. I mean, it's quite whenever it happens, people tend to ask this kind of question: do I love only and show my love only in this special day, or is it super crucial that I do my best on this day specifically? Now, I'll get to that in a moment, but I just want to clarify one thing. I love celebrations. I love celebrating special days, special moments. They really mean a lot. But then it's when it's really meaningful to the relationship. I mean, the first day of marriage, the birth of a child. It's very specific to the person who are involved. So it makes it very meaningful. I mean, birthdays and first date, and then for the proposal day, and these are very, very important days for the person who are involved. But then when it's imposed by who knows who decided that on the 14th of February, all the lovers need to do their extra best to show that they love the other person. And in my opinion, very often it creates more tension than it creates joy and any pleasurable moments. It's about did he do enough? Did she do enough? And most of the time, it's the woman who is expecting the man to do that extra effort, because they're already doing, I suppose, as much as they can on a daily basis. So personally, I feel that people need to think about that a little bit more and agree between themselves. Is it really that important in the couple to show love specifically in that day or not? Relationships are all about agreements and openness and communication and agreeing what is meaningful, what is not, and not getting, just taken by the wave of whatever is happening outside.
Yeah, I think I could reflect back what you absolutely said, and you will definitely have two different personalities coming together in a relationship, right? Especially if we talk about relationship in the or opposite genders, right? So you have a male and a female, both have their own expectations out of certain relationships. And I noticed that either of the partner is expecting more than the other. So I think where is that level of common understanding to know who is expecting what? One partner could be really outspoken, really looking forward for such celebrations that brings that joy towards their life, and they're waiting for those moments. And the other one is not as much inquisitive as other, and what matters to them the most is their daily input, how they talk, how they respect, how they talk to each other, how they spend time together and leave those daily moments. I think the definition of accepting that love and feeling joyful is subjective to each individual personality, and can something be done differently so that this does not become a reason for a conflict or a kind of disagreement.
Absolutely. I always remember a quote from Shakespeare. He said, the source of all heartache are expectations. Because when we start expecting something from someone, because when we expect, usually we don't really voice it. We just have like that deep desire inside of us, a whole scenario we create, a whole benchmark we put. And then if it reaches or it goes beyond what we expect, we are happy. And then if it goes below what we are expecting, we are systematically disappointed. Now imagine a scenario where a woman or who is married, or maybe, any kind of romantic relationship, would expect her partner to come with 100 red roses, have booked the most expensive table in the most, stylish restaurant in town, would imagine herself wearing this beautiful red dress, and him with his suit, and if her partner that day was really busy in meetings and work and calls, and didn't even remember which day it was, then he would just leave and see all the frantic movements in the street and people carrying roses and say, what's happening here? Oh yeah, it's the Valentine. And he said, oh God, I forgot completely about it. And he would just rush and go to a flower shop and get a decent bouquet of roses, and will go home and will be happy to meet his partner. The woman opens the door and sees that. She would say, she would be completely devastated. It's not the big bouquet of roses. He's not wearing the suit. He just hugged her, and it's not just. I mean, he hugged her, gave her the bouquet, Happy Valentine's Day, and she's completely devastated. She's not happy because she put her expectations so high that even that gesture of him remembering after a long day of work is not received and honored the way it has been presented. And
Yeah.
this kind of situation happens so many times. So our expectations really do harm our relationships, especially when they haven't been communicated clearly. When it's just kept and we expect the other party or the other person to read our thoughts or our minds. That doesn't happen. We don't have that ability. But for now, unless we really explain what we are expecting or what we're expecting from the relationship and how we express our love and what love means to each one of us, because each one of us has their own love language. Like one person would take love or feel loved when they receive gifts. Another one, it's about cuddling, and another one would be nice words and maybe being supportive, and other ones will be through food. As interesting at be, but when someone offers you food, this might be their love language. This is my mom's love language, by the way. She's over the moon when she prepares food for the family and when we enjoy it and she feel that we appreciate her. And this is how she expresses her love. So it's really important to ask a question, which is, how do you want to be loved? That, I mean, it removes all the, the assumptions and expectations, and we do exactly, we love the person the way they want to be loved.
Absolutely. So I think few things started coming in my mind as you speak. I was trying to reflect back a generation before us, our parents. I never remember my mother and father expressing love by words or making those days so special. I don't even remember they celebrating their anniversaries the way we do it today. And now we are doing it for them. They never did it for themselves, but still there was love. Still they lived their whole life together. They grew us up, took responsibilities, took accountabilities, and led the life what we are living today. Yeah.